Vibration plates are used as a way to move lymphatic fluid and increase blood flow with muscle activation. My name is Kelly. I am a physical therapist that specializes in the lymphatic system. In today's video, I'm going to share a gentle lymphatic drainage exercise routine that can be done on a vibration plate, but all seated in a chair for comfort and ease. These exercises can be done daily if you are cleared by your doctor first for safety. And if you want to understand why vibration plates are used for the lymphatic system, I do have another video on that which I will link for you. And be sure to subscribe for more lymphatic drainage routines and exercises. But otherwise, let's get into the routine. So I have my vibration plate set up. If we're doing it for lymphatic drainage, we want it at a lower frequency, or if someone's new to it, it's great to start lower with the speed and you can build up over time as you get used to it. You can do all of this again from a seated chair. I just had the vibration plate in front of me and we'll put our legs on top. I like to wear shoes if someone has any sensitivity with their feet. Someone can go barefoot if they have no concerns there as well. So we're going to go ahead and put our feet up on top of the vibration plate. We're going to start by stimulating the lymph nodes in our body to help with all of the fluid flow. And so we'll take our hands, put it right around the collarbone area, ideally directly on skin, and do 8 to 10 circles on one side, and then doing the same thing on the opposite side. Stimulating the lymph fluid and the lymph nodes right in this area, all over the fluid in the body makes its way to this area before it gets back to the heart and the circulatory system. So we want to make sure that we're stimulating them. We can also stimulate the sides of the neck at the base of the ears, doing 8 to 10 circles on either side. My microphone's in the way, but ideally you're going right on underneath the ears, 8 to 10, and then putting a hand directly in the armpit, again, ideally directly on skin if you can. Doing 8 to 10 circles on one side, and then same thing on the opposite side. And then we also want to stimulate the lymph nodes that are right in the inguinal area, the groin area. It's right about where that sitting crease is. So if you need to sit back against your chair, that's okay. And doing 8 to 10 circles in that area. And then we also want to make sure that we're adding deep breaths at the beginning and the end, but also throughout with this routine, because all of the fluid in the legs and a lot of the body go through the lymph vessels, the major lymph vessels in the abdomen to get back to the heart. But also you have a lot of lymph nodes in your abdomen, and people have backup of fluid that is there as well. So we're going to start with 3 big deep breaths, and I like to add my arms with it. So take a nice big deep breath in, arms overhead, and out. Good. Another one. Big breath in and out. Good. One more. Big breath in and out. Good. We're going to start with upper body and work our way down. So we're going to start by doing some shoulder blade squeezes. So think about squeezing your shoulder blades back together and relaxing. Squeezing back and down and relax. This opens up the posture, opens up the chest, especially if we've been forward on phones, reading books, sitting too long. Helps open everything up to get that fluid flowing through. Good. Couple more. Good. One more wherever you're at. Great. Now we're going to work down our arms, get the fluid moving. So elbows are going to be straight, thumbs up. We're going to go up towards about head height and down and forward to head height and down, and alternating back and forth. If anyone has any shoulder issues or shoulder pain, try lowering your arms a bit, not going as high. If you still have shoulder pain, change up the direction you're going or just take a break at this point, as we don't need to work into pain. Good. One more. Good. And then relax. Next, we're going to go down to the lower part of the arm. So bending at the elbow, doing a bicep curl. And then I'd like to add in either a press overhead if someone doesn't have shoulder pain, or if you do, just do some wrist circles where you're at. So bicep curl into a press. bicep curl into a press. Good. And again, if you're modifying, you're just doing wrist circles and bending and straightening. Okay, either one of those, whatever feels best for you. Great. Let's do one more. And then go ahead and relax. We're going to start to continue with our arms, so start to work our way down into our trunk, our core area. So taking one hand, reaching up and over the body, feel a nice big side body stretch, and then come back down. Other side, up and over, and come back down. Good, alternating, continuing with me. You can also make sure that you add some good breaths in this point. Take a big breath in as you go up, and breathe out as you come back down. Over and down. Good. We're going to start to move on with our lower body. We're going to start with our hips. So having our feet a little bit more narrow, closer together, we're going to step out, step in, step in, step out, step out, step in, making sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. So you're using your tummy muscles to get some good posture out of it. You're starting to work the side muscles in the hips and the inner thighs as well. And you can alternate and try going the other direction. So we're getting muscle activation, using our muscles to do these movements while we're using the vibration plate. There is nothing more important than your muscles activating for your lymphatic system. That's how the fluid flows through the vessels. The muscles help pump and activate that. And we combine that with the vibration plate, we're getting more bang for our buck. And so combining the two is the best way, in my opinion, to use the vibration plate. Good, and then we'll come back to the middle. And we're going to work down towards around our knees. So you're going to have your knees bent here. You're going to kick one straight out in front of you and come back in and alternate with the other side. So pretty simple. Straighten the leg out and bend it. Straighten the leg out and bend it. Alternating back and forth. Good. Nice and gentle. Couple more. And last one here. Good. Then what we're going to do is we're going to kick our knees straight out. Okay. If you want, you can also scoot back a little bit in your chair or have yourself some space and have both legs straight at the same time. That's fine. Or just one at a time. And you're just going to reach down and come back up. Reach down and come back up. Getting some stretch in the hamstring, in the back of the leg. Okay, making sure that we're hinging at the hips, not just rounding out the back, and finding a nice comfortable stretch there. If it feels better to move your chair back, you absolutely can, but because we're continuing to move throughout, I know it's hard to move in the middle. Good, and one more, and break. Now have your feet underneath you about hip width apart, okay? And we're going to go up on the toes, put your feet down, and then bring your toes up. So you're going to go up on the toes and then up on the heels, alternating back and forth. You can do both at the same time. If you prefer to do one foot at a time, that's okay as well. Whatever feels good, you're just starting to pump those lower legs, those ankles, and those feet. Back and forth. Still think about sitting up nice and tall. This is going to get a lot of the fluid moving in your lower legs, which is where it likes to pool by the end of the day, especially if you've been seated most of the day. Good, couple more. And then once we've made our way all the way down to the feet, what we want to do is reverse this routine. Why? Because we've moved all of the fluid by clearing it first from top to bottom, and now we want to go the opposite direction to move it back through. And so all we're going to do is repeat but the other direction. So we're going to go back to our hamstring stretches where we reach out, come back in, reach out, come back in, alternating back and forth. If someone is short on time and can't reverse it, it's okay. You still got some movement in. But if you're really looking for help with lymphatic flow and maximizing that fluid movement, it is important to do this in the opposite direction as well. Good. One more. Good. Okay, and then we're going back to kick out and bend. Kick out and bend, focusing on straightening the knee and bending the knee. Straightening the knee and bending the knee. Alternating back and forth. Good. One more. Good. Then we're going back to step out, out, in, out, out, in. So stepping out with the outer thighs, stepping in with the inner thighs. Make sure you're standing up nice and tall because your lower core does work with this. I'm going to switch directions. Your lower core does work, and that's helpful for muscle activation, for strength, and for stimulating the system. Good. Last one. Great. Now we're working our back way up. You're going to take one hand, reach up and over the body, and back down. Other side, up and over. Back down, continuing with me, alternating back and forth at your own pace. Take those breaths as you'd like. Good, one more. Good. Now we're going to go into our bicep curl and press, and back down, bicep curl and press. Or modify with me a bicep curl wrist circles, bicep curl wrist circles. If you have any shoulder issues, this is a great alternative. Or if it just feels better and you feel like that's what you need today. Okay, one more. Good. Then we're going to have thumbs up, elbow straight, out to the side, and forward. Good. Make sure that you keep it pain-free, nice and comfortable on the shoulders. If it's too much, just try lowering your arms, not going as high. Last one. And relax. Then we're going back into our shoulder blade squeezes, so squeeze back, open up that chest, and release. Squeeze back and release. Open, release. Good, one more. Open and release. And let's finish with 3 more breaths. You can either put your hands on your belly and take your breath, or join with me up overhead. So big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. One more big breath in and out. And relax. And that's an exercise routine using a vibration plate. I hope you enjoyed watching. Be sure to subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.